Hey everybody, Captain B-Nard back here with another Wi-Fi battle. So today we have a battle against Karina. And so yeah, looking at their team there, looks to be a pretty cool team actually. Strong but kind of interesting. So that's good to see. Looking at my team, it is the same one that I've been using the past several games here. And so yeah, what do I want to lead with in this one? That is a good question. Let's go with the... That is a good question. Let's go with the lantern. Yeah, let's go with the lantern in this one. Seems pretty okay, I think. And yeah, we'll see how that works out. All right. So there she is, and she's going to go ahead and lead with the Diancie as we led with the Lantern. Or is this the Diancie? Because it could be the Hisuian Zoroark as well, so we have to be careful about that. I think right out of the gate here, we could fire off a Scald for max damage output. I, in a way, want to do that, but I also, in a way, want to pivot to get a matchup, but I'm not sure what I would really want to come in with against this Diancie. So I think what we will do is we'll just fire off a Scald. Let's just do that, as they do go for a nasty plot. So that is probably the Hisuian Zoroark. So going to get that sharp special attack increase, of course. We are going to go for a Scald here, which is going to do a sizable amount of damage. And of course, it is the Hisuian Zoroark. So we break the illusion, and yeah, this thing is going to regain some HP with some leftovers, it looks like. And yeah, so this thing is sitting at +2 special attack, which is obviously a very scary prospect. So I think what we want to do here, because we really have no switch. I mean, I guess if we predict the ghost move, we could switch into the Haunch Crow, but if they go for something else, that could be devastating. I feel like we have to just stay in here. So we're going to stay in, and we're going to try to fire a Thunderbolt at this thing, see what she wants to do here, as she does go for a Shadow Ball. How much damage is it doing? Can we live it at +2? And we do tank it just barely, go for a Thunderbolt in return, which will finish that thing off and knock her down to 5. So potentially bad situation averted there. We are going to get some HP back with the leftovers as well. So Lantern worse for wear, but worth it to try and deal with that big threat that we had. So now she's going to go ahead and come in with Frostlass. So we know, obviously, that this is Frostlass because Hisuian Zoroark is gone, so that's good. I think we are just going to... We could try to chip this thing. I mean, she may very well just attack us and take us out, but I think we're just going to Thunderbolt again here, as she does go for a Shadow Ball, yeah, and so we can't take that from this range, so we are going to lose the Lantern there and go down to 5 Pokemon, but I think that's probably okay. So this turn, I think we're going to go ahead and come in with Infernape, and the reason I want to do that is that we are Choice Scarf, so we should outspeed this thing unless it is also Choice Scarf, which typically I don't think these things ever are. But I think our strongest play here is to just knock off, so that's what we're going to do. And indeed, we do catch her off guard with the Scarf. Go for the knockoff. Does knock this thing all the way down to a Focus Sash, but it does survive because of it. And then this thing is going to Shadow Ball once again. Probably going to do a lot of damage to us. And indeed, it does take us down by about 50%. Gets the special defense drop as well, which is not great, but I don't think it's going to matter too much. I think we just knock off here again, as she is actually going to opt to switch to try to save the Frostlass, knowing that we're Choice Scarf, and perhaps switch into something to take it better. But no, it actually is the Mew, interestingly enough. So going to switch in with the Mew. That thing's going to take a big knockoff and lose its Expert Belt and also take massive damage in the process. So that kind of works out not terrible for us. Now in this situation, what do we want to do in the face of this Mew? I kind of want to just knock off again. Now, I don't know if the second knockoff actually takes this thing out, because it doesn't have the item knockoff, is going to do less damage, but I feel like we should just go for it anyway, so that's what we're going to do and see what she wants to do. So there we get the knockoff. Is it enough? Yes, it is enough to go ahead and get rid of that Mew and knock her down to 4 Pokemon, I believe. So that is pretty good for us, actually. So being a little overzealous on the Mew switch in definitely cost her, and so Infernape is putting in some work here, which is pretty nice. So we'll see what she wants to come in with in response to that. So it is going to be the Pawmot. So at this point, she is going to wise up and come in with the Pawmot here. And so I think our best play, we have a couple of options, but I think Hippowdon might be the best option to try and take this thing on. So we are going to get out of there with Infernape, and we're going to come in with Hippowdon. Let's go one of two ways, because we have electric immunity, we don't have the fighting resist, and then with our other Pokemon we have the fighting resist but not the electric immunity. So come in with Hippowdon, get the Sandstorm up, and this thing does Thunder Wave, so that is pretty great. Not going to touch us, which is amazing, and then that thing is going to take some sand damage, and then also looks like regain some HP with its leftovers. So I think what we can do in this situation, what I want to do is just go ahead and throw a Stealth Rock up, because we could attack, but she very well could switch, and if we get the Stealth Rock up, then the Frostlass can't come back in, so I think that's the best play, so that's what we're going to do. And so yeah, she is going to actually go for a Revival Blessing, interestingly enough. So going to pop that off, and that is going to go ahead and bring something back to life. It is going to be the, I believe that was the Zoroark, Hisuian Zoroark. So we do get the Stealth Rock up, which is good, or yeah, I think that was the Hisuian Zoroark. So anyway, we'll find out in a second, as this thing is going to take some sand damage and then gain some HP back with the leftovers once again. So yeah, just to confirm, oh no, that was the Mew actually, so she did opt to bring the Mew back instead of the Hisuian Zoroark, never mind. So this situation, I think there's no reason not for us to just go for an Earthquake, so that's what we're going to do. This thing does go for a Brick Break, interestingly enough. Going to do a little bit of chip damage, not too much, as we are very bulky. Max HP investment. Does take the Rocky Helmet damage as well, and then we are going to fire off an Earthquake, which is going to finish that thing off from that range for sure, and knock her down to 4 Pokemon once again, I believe. So Hippowdon doing some good work here. Now we will see. Okay, she's going to come in with the Frostlass. Not exactly sure why. Maybe forgetting about the Stealth Rock, could have saved that thing for a sack later. But the Frostlass is just going to go down to the Stealth Rock immediately and knock her down to 3 Pokemon. So that's totally fine by me. Probably would have kept that thing around as a fodder sack later, but in any event, going to go ahead and come in with the Magearna now. So that thing is going to take some Stealth Rock damage, and so I'm not 100% sure what to expect from this thing. Definitely has some options here. I kind of want to... I don't know what I want to do here. Kind of want to switch just to see what she is planning to do with this thing. She's got the Mew, the Diancie, and the Magearna. So kind of want to just switch to see what this thing is planning to do. Yeah, so let's do that. So let's go ahead and switch into... I want to switch into Reuniclus here. So yeah, we're going to go switch to Reuniclus here, just to kind of scout and see what this thing wants to do. It could Terra out of the ground weakness, so I want to kind of bait that out as well. So there is the Reuniclus, and this thing is just going to Draining Kiss, which does do quite a lot of damage actually with a critical hit, unfortunately. Going to get some HP back there, and so this turn I think we want to just go ahead and recover that damage off, so that's what we're going to do. This thing will probably hit us hard again as it goes for Flash Cannon. This time around we'll do more damage, take us down to about a third HP as we go for a nice recover here, which is going to give us most of our HP back, which is nice. Sandstorm is going to be over as well. So this turn, I think our best bet is to fire off a Shadow Ball, get as much damage as possible on this thing, so that is exactly what we're going to do. This thing is going to continue to go for Flash Cannon here. Does get a crit, unfortunately, knock us down right back down to a third HP. We are going to go for a Shadow Ball in return, which does do some chip damage, and we get a special defense drop, which is pretty nice. So based on the previous damage output, I'm not sure if we can take another one. I feel like we might be able to take another flash cannon, so we're going to try and recover here as this thing fires off another flash cannon. Can we take it? Yes, just barely. Reuniclus hangs on as we go for a nice recover once again, and that will put us up to about half HP, and I think we probably have to do recover one more time so we don't get two shot. So that is exactly what we're going to do as this thing continues to or it actually this time decides to go for the Fluor Cannon and actually misses, which is super unfortunate as that move does have a chance to miss. So we do get to heal up with another recover, which is nice. And so this turn, we want to just go for a Shadow Ball again here, so that's what we're going to do. This time, she does connect with the Fluor Cannon, does a lot of damage, takes us down by about 50%, does drop the special attack harshly, which is good for us as we go for another Shadow Ball, which does take this thing down to about a third HP, but then she is going to go ahead and pop, looks like a Citrus Berry, to go ahead and get even more HP back. So round and round we go here. The only good thing about this is that this thing's special attack has been dropped harshly, which is definitely a big plus for us. So I think that we could probably just hit up another recover here, so that's what we're going to do. This thing is going to Draining Kiss for some more chip damage. I'm not going to do too much now thanks to the special attack drop, as we do get a nice recover off once again, and that is going to take us back up to almost full health. So the war of attrition rages on here, as I think this time around we go for another Shadow Ball, as this thing is going to continue to Draining Kiss us for minimal damage and minimal recovery here. So we are going to fire off another Shadow Ball here, which should get some really solid damage on this thing. Hopefully I'm going to knock it down a little below half, and at this point we can continue to fire off Shadow Balls, I think, as this thing will continue to fire off Draining Kisses, trying to outlast us, but I don't think that that's a winning strategy. That one will put it back up to about 50%. We are going to go for another Shadow Ball here, which will not quite be enough to take this thing out, but put it within range that another one should get the job done. So we're going to go for it one more time as this thing fires off another Fluor Cannon in the last-ditch attempt to get more damage. Does knock us down to about a third HP, but yeah, we do take it, and we are going to finally get rid of this thing with the Shadow Ball, and that is pretty amazing for us. So the Magearna is down, and she's going to go down to, I believe, 2 Pokemon at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and come in with the Diancie now, and that thing is going to take some Stealth Rock damage. And so she's got the Diancie and the Mew left at this point. I think our best play is honestly just to go for a Psychic for match damage output, so that's what we're going to do. This thing does hit us up with a Moonblast. Unfortunately, we cannot take that, so we are going to lose Reuniclus there and go down to just 4 Pokemon, I believe, as this thing gets some HP back with the leftovers. So I think, how do we want to handle this is the question. How do we want to handle this Diancie? I feel like Hippowdon is probably the best answer, so we are going to go ahead and come back in with the Hippowdon, and we are going to get the Sandstorm to create a, or Sandstream I should say, to create a Sandstorm once again, and I think we can just fire off an Earthquake here, so that's what we're going to do. As we do actually outspeed this thing, which is pretty amazing. Hit it up with an Earthquake, and it is just going to go ahead and destroy that thing. We actually do get a critical hit, which is really solid. I don't know if that mattered or not. Depending on the defensive investment, it may have mattered, actually. So we do definitely get a bit of luck there to take that Diancie out, knocking her down to just 1. So finally, the Mew is going to come back in, revived from Revival Blessing. It takes the Stealth Rock damage. And I think there's no reason for us not to just go for the Earthquake here, so that's what we're going to do, as she's going to go ahead and forfeit. So we are going to win that one 4-1, technically. So yeah, we're going to get a 4-1 technically victory there, which is fine. So yeah, that is fine, and she is gone. So there you have it. So that's kind of okay, though. I mean, I don't generally like the forfeits too much, but I feel like the end of that game was more or less a foregone conclusion. Not sure what would happen there. She still did have the Terra, so we don't know exactly what would have happened, but I do feel pretty confident that we had that in the bag. But a really solid, hard-fought match nonetheless. So, but that is going to do it for this one. Thanks for watching again, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed it. Please hit that like button, leave a comment, and/or subscribe if you did enjoy, and stay tuned for more new battles in the future. Also, this is going to be the last match that I post with this team, as you guys know. The rule of 5 here on Scarlet and Violet. I did have a lot of fun using this team, and it worked out very well for me, but we are going to be putting it to the side. And coming out next time, we're going to have a special Captain's Table episode where I do talk about future content here on the channel, which for those of you who may or may not be in the Discord server, if you are, you'll probably all know what's coming next anyway. But as a little spoiler, we are going to be going back into Draft League mode, perhaps for the last time here on Scarlet and Violet. So, but yeah, tune into that next Captain's Table episode to find out more about that. So, that's going to be all for now, and we'll see you next time.